Devon Wade is a shining example of success, an honors graduate of Louisiana State University, a Harry S. Truman Scholar, and now a doctoral student in sociology at Columbia University. But in 2001, reaching this point was the furthest thing from his imagination.
Why my mama can't come with me? That's the hardest thing in the world.
This is Devon at age 15, a sophomore at Smiley High School in Northeast Houston, the child of an incarcerated father and a mother who was headed back to prison for the second time.
Even when she had that second chance, she messed it up.
I kind of hoped for this nuclear family to kind of someday come together, but at that moment, it kind of shattered those dreams.
Devon's grandparents raised him, but he found another family on the campus at Smiley High. A group had formed called No More Victims. It provides children of incarcerated parents a safe place to share their stories, encourage each other, and focus on their futures.
I never really talked about having parents in prison. I never really told anyone. It was, to me, very kind of shameful, and there was a stigma that kind of followed it. I didn't want people to know about that aspect of my life.
Devon met Marilyn Gambrell, the organization's founder. Marilyn knew that Devon was someone special.
I said, oh, this young man has so much potential. And still a little hesitant when I said, tell your story, sweetheart.
And he did. Devon opened up in ways he hadn't before with Marilyn's guidance.
She would have and teach us different kind of techniques about communication, about anger, about kind of not feeling like you had to internalize the stigma from having parents that have been in prison.
It helps me to go on, like, function during the day, you know. I call No More Victims my family because, you know, they've been there for me when my family wasn't, so why not be a family?
With the love and support of his grandparents and his new family at No More Victims, Devon excelled in school.
I was like a straight A student. I was involved in like every activity. My way of coping was to get involved with like as many activities as possible.
Now, as part of his dissertation at Columbia, Devon is returning to his roots, researching the impact of incarceration and poverty on communities of color.
Here I am 10 years later, now doing research and working with the organization that sparked all of this in the first place. So I'm incredibly humbled to be able to come back and give back.
He's saying, I'm only showing you what all of us can do. Every child in No More Victims can get their doctorate degree. I'm not unique. I'm just revealing that it's possible.
That's what we want to do, is to empower these young kids to let them know that they can be what they want to be and they don't have to be ashamed of their narratives.
Devon told me when he was in high school, he wanted to be an FBI agent. And while his path has changed, the mission that he's chosen is really not all that different.
How do we have better conversations and policies around what's going on in our neighborhoods? I think that for me is something that I look forward to doing with the type of research and the type of conversations that I have.
He will be one of the best that the world has ever seen. He's going to change the world.
Today, Devon's mother is out of prison and has a growing career. The two have a wonderful relationship, and she is so proud of her son. No More Victims relies on your generosity. If you'd like to contribute to this program, we've provided a link on click2houston.com. Just look for this story on the homepage. Dominique Sachse, KPRC Channel 2.